Hi, it's Sarah here. It's the evening time on Saturday, and it's been really miserable weather here in Wales. It's rained all day. The dogs have had a really quiet day, so they're just playing and burning off some energy. You don't see my dogs that active in the evening usually, because they're so active in the day. They tend to just sleep in the evening. So it's quite nice just to see that they do play and wrestle and do normal dog things. So Nala's still having her phantom, so you can see she's quite full underneath. Hopefully that'll go soon. She's got a couple of shows coming up in the new year. So hopefully those udders will disappear over Christmas. Yeah, that toy was a ring shaped, and it did have a duck on it as well with a squeaker. So the duck's gone and the ring shape's gone. They're kind of just left with a rope, which apparently is still good fun. You gonna get it, Dads? Dads, we got a close-up of your spots. Dads, what are you doing? Oh, come round and see Nala. Nala's won her prize. So you can see part of where it used to be, ring shaped. So you get a lot of people saying they don't give toys to their dogs, or they don't give toys when they have more than one dog because the dogs get possessive. So as you can see, these two manage they manage really well sharing a toy, and they're quite happy. They'll chew on the same toy, they'll play tug with the same toy. I can give them a brand new toy and nothing ever happens. Like even Dudley, who's super duper obsessed with the tennis balls, I can hand him a tennis ball or hand Nala a tennis ball and nothing happens. He doesn't growl, he doesn't do anything. I mean, one of Nala's favourite tricks is to wait by a gate, whether Dudley's gone through or under, to go and retrieve a tennis ball. So she waits there, and for Dudley to be able to pass, he's got to let go of the tennis ball. So Dudley has to let go of a tennis ball that he absolutely adores just to get through a gate, because Nala's figured out it's much easier to wait and stand guard than to actually go and retrieve the tennis ball itself. So you notice just there, Dudley was licking his dew claw. He split it, a few weeks ago. And it's been a bit sore ever since. And he chewed it off yesterday. So just waiting for that to heal and regrow now. So Nala's found another toy, which anybody ever paints and decorates. I'm careful and clean up the plastic where they've chewed it. But they do think this is a wonderful toy. They do have normal dog toys as well, but they find their own, and I'm never going to paint or decorate, so it's not a big deal. So yeah, they're quite chilled out now. They've had their little play and back to relaxing. So I did a little bit more training with Nala and Dudley today. 101 Dalmatians, the live action, came on TV today, and I saw that Pongo and Perdita, they trained those two dogs to sort of give each other a hug. So they stand facing each other, and then they put their heads over each other's shoulders, which I thought was really cute. And I was like, yeah, I gotta teach my two to do that. So I started teaching them that today, but I'm gonna have one slight difficulty with it. And that's that Nala's a lot shorter than Dudley, so she's gonna like stretch and overextend a little bit to like reach, or she's got to jump up to get her head over his shoulder. So I've got to figure out, maybe like just get her to be able to like place her head on his shoulder, or just place her head on him as close as she can to actually hugging him. She is a little bit of a midget compared to Duds. Duds is like a giant Dalmatian, but Nala's not the biggest Dalmatian either, so the combination for tricks like that isn't actually great. Yeah, and then I've also been working on Nala's beg, just increasing the duration of it. Dudley still finds beg really hard. I think it's because he's so big and he's got such like a big chest cavity. I think actually balancing and sitting upright in beg is quite tough for him. Like, he knows how to do it. He knows what he is supposed to do, but he likes to use my arm to put his front paws on as a little bit of counterbalance, which I let him do at the start because I thought that was a good way of him learning the trick, you know, just help him out with his balance and gradually take my arm away. So he can counterbalance with one paw now, which I suppose is better than two, but he can't really hold it for any duration. So if anybody's got any tips on how to like help dogs that find it hard, let me know. Some of the other tricks that take the two of them to do is I train them to go and jump over each other and to crawl underneath each other. So for Nala to go underneath Dudley, she doesn't really have to duck. She can just walk straight under him. And then to jump over, it takes a bit more effort from her. But they both cope really well with those sorts of tricks. And they both quite like tricks like that. But Nala's really good. She is so much better at beg than Dudley. She can balance, she can hold. She'll do it pretty much straight away on command, whereas because Dudley wants you to help him with balance, he waits for you to lure him up into it. And I think the fire has some sort of calming effect on the dogs. Excuse the mess, I've got to sweep up there. I wasn't really planning on making a video, but then they were playing and having fun. So I thought it'd be nice to sort of see them playing close quarters. And the fact that they were playing with a toy and just disproving people's theories of you can't give them a toy because they get possessive. I don't know if you can hear the wind and the rain and the wind in the background, but it's really windy and rainy. Right, so yeah, that's all for now. Bye.